Some child stars go down horrible roads and can't make it into the entertainment world as adults. It's really the luck of the draw. Stay tuned to find out which of your favorite celebs got into acting when they were still in diapers. New around here? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more celebrity videos. Now, on to 10 child stars who grew up to be very successful. Natalie Portman. You may know Natalie Portman from her role in Black Swan or her numerous other big hits, but she is no newbie to the business. The actress was born in Israel in 1981. After coming to America, she grew up in Long Island, New York. While she was at a pizza parlor, she was discovered by a Revlon Cosmetics representative who told her that she should pursue modeling. She broke into the entertainment industry with modeling jobs at just 11 years old. She soon found the jobs boring though and decided to transition into acting. She started working with the Suzanne and Nathaniel Uston Center for the Creative and Performing Arts before making her movie debut in Leon, the Professional in 1994. The next year, she landed a role as Al Pacino's daughter in Heat. From there, her fame continued to rise as she was cast as Queen Amidala in the Star Wars prequels. At this point, it was clear that she had done it. She had made the transition from child star to adult actress, and her fame only grew with age. She won the 2010 Best Actress Oscar for her role in Black Swan. She later received another Oscar nomination for her role as Jacqueline Kennedy in Jackie. Way to go, Natalie! Drew Barrymore. The star of Charlie's Angels was actually in the limelight long before she ever donned any secret agent gear. Drew was born into a family of actors and actresses. Her parents and grandparents were all in the business. Famed director Steven Spielberg is even her godfather. Her mother began taking her to auditions when she was still a baby. She was in her first commercial for Puppy Choice dog food at just 1 year old. She was in her first movie, Altered States, at 4. At 7, she played Gertie in the famous movie E.T. the Extraterrestrial. She went on to be Saturday Night Live's youngest host. Her teen years were a little troubled as she got into drinking and excessive partying, but luckily she was able to pull it together and continued her career as an adult. In 1999, she gained her first credit as executive producer for the movie Never Been Kissed. Later, she went on to be in Charlie's Angels, which brought in over $40 million in its opening weekend. Her career continued, and she was in many more infamous movies. She even directed the movie Whip It in 2009. It's great that Drew was able to clean up her act. Leonardo DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio has always been extremely good-looking, which is probably why he was able to easily make the transition from child actor to adult acting powerhouse. He was born in 1974. He started out in television in his younger years, but then quickly moved to film. In 1993, he won an Oscar nomination for his role in What's Eating Gilbert Grape. For many actors, the instant fame and success would have been too much for them, but Leo continued to grow. In 1997, he starred in one of the biggest roles of his career, Titanic. The movie was an instant classic, wowing audiences all over. Because of his success in all of his younger roles, he was able to move on to be an extremely successful adult actor. He partnered with famous director Martin Scorsese for several projects like The Aviator and The Departed. He also starred in Django Unchained with Jamie Foxx and broke records with The Wolf of Wall Street. If Leonardo DiCaprio's career shows us anything, it's that age doesn't mean a thing in Hollywood. It's all about talent, and it seems like Leo practically has talent oozing from his fingertips. No wonder he is a success. Reese Witherspoon. Some actresses land all their big roles as children. For Reese Witherspoon, it was the opposite. She fell into acting kind of by accident. She answered a call for extras in her town's newspaper just for fun. That led to her landing the lead in the film The Man in the Moon at just 14 years old. She continued acting, but when she finished high school, she thought about quitting for good. She wondered if she would just follow in her parents' footsteps and go into medicine. Fortunately, her role in Freeway brought her the Catalonian International Film Festival Award for Best Actress. So she put off going to college to continue to act. Later, she went on to be in big hits like Pleasantville, Election, and Cruel Intentions. She hit it big when she landed the role of Elle Woods in Legally Blonde. She earned $15 million for the second installment of the film, which is 15 times what she earned for the original. After that, she became one of the most highly paid actresses, regularly getting paid $15 to $20 million per film. Can you believe all of that came from answering an ad in the newspaper? Shia LaBeouf. You might know him as a star now, but Shia LaBeouf didn't have the easiest childhood. He was raised in Los Angeles and started performing in a street act with his parents when he was just a toddler. His father was a professional clown and his mother was a dancer. His family didn't have much money. One day, Shia met a child actor who had gotten paid a nice sum for having a guest role on a TV series. That inspired him to get into the entertainment industry. When he was around 10 years old, he started doing stand-up comedy at a club in Pasadena. By the time he was 14, he had landed a role in what would become a Disney classic, Even Stevens. In 2003, he won a Daytime Emmy Award for Outstanding Performer in a children's series for his portrayal of Louis Stevens on the show. Because he had such success as a child, people wondered if Shia would be able to keep the jobs coming even after he aged out of the cute roles. But he soon proved that he could go book jobs no matter his age. He struck gold again when he landed the lead role in Transformers. The film was a box office hit and brought in over $300 million. Cole Sprouse. With those gorgeous smoldering eyes and great hair, it's no wonder Cole Sprouse was able to make it from child star to bona fide hottie on Riverdale. Born in 1992, he began acting in TV commercials, advertising diapers with his twin brother Dylan. The two brothers landed their first big role in 1999 when they shared a role in Big Daddy alongside Adam Sandler. He and his brother landed the role of Zack and Cody in the hit Disney show The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. The show ran from 2005 to 2008 and really put Cole on the road to stardom. Some Disney stars fall into the Disney curse once their show ends, which means they pretty much wrap up the show and then never work again. Thankfully, that is not what happened with Cole. Cole went on to be in the show Riverdale. He plays one of the lead roles as Jughead Jones on the CW show. Riverdale has quickly become a fan favorite and has gathered a cult following. He's even dating his Riverdale on-air romance Lily Reinhart in real life. And we all know that celebrity relationships can only boost each celebrity's fame. Ryan Gosling. You can't even say Ryan Gosling's name without hearing women swoon. Before he was sweeping girls off of their feet, he was charming audiences with his performances on the Mickey Mouse Club. While on the program, he performed with Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, and Christina Aguilera. From there, he starred in teen roles for projects like Breaker High and Young Hercules. His first movie role was in Remember the Titans alongside Denzel Washington. Talk about a big first job. Later, he went on to be in The Believer, which won the Grand Jury Prize at the Sundance Film Festival. His career was already going well at this point, but he solidified his stardom by playing one of the lead roles in The Notebook in 2004. If you haven't seen the film, we suggest you rent it right now. With that one role, Ryan ensured that he would always be a working actor. His film La La Land racked up a whopping 14 Oscar nominations and won 6 of them. So not only is Ryan still landing roles, but he is absolutely smashing every job he's given. We can't wait to see what other films Ryan ends up in. Everything he touches turns to gold. Emily Osment. When one child in the family is a star, it can be a lot of pressure on the other child to live up to their sibling. With her brother Haley Joel starring in films like The Sixth Sense, Emily Osment probably felt like she had some big shoes to fill. She landed her first commercial when she was 6 years old. It was for a company called Florist Trans World Delivery. After that, she was in several commercials, building up her resume to move on to bigger roles. She starred in her first film, The Secret Life of Girls, in 1999. Later, she had roles in popular television shows like Touched by an Angel, Third Rock from the Sun, and even Friends. Her most successful film was Spy Kids 2: The Island of Lost Dreams. It earned over $200 million worldwide. Later, Emily struck gold when she was cast as Miley Cyrus's best friend on the hit show Hannah Montana. After the show ended, Emily had to decide if she wanted to make the transition to being an adult actor or quit the business altogether. Thankfully, she went on to continue acting. She has since appeared in several projects and even released her own music. She now plays the lead role on Young and Hungry on Freeform. Nick Jonas. Being a child star probably isn't as hard when you have your brothers along for the ride with you. At just 7 years old, Nick Jonas began singing on Broadway as Tiny Tim in the Madison Square Garden production of A Christmas Carol. Talk about a big start! He continued on Broadway with roles in Les Miserables, Beauty and the Beast, and Annie Get Your Gun. After that, he used his musical talents to join his brothers and form the Jonas Brothers. Disney's record label picked up the band and the rest was history. He and his brothers went on to star in the movies Camp Rock and Camp Rock Rock 2 The Final Jam. After the band broke up, people wondered if Nick would just go down in history as just a child star. And in 2014, he came out with a solo album that would change the course of his career and solidify him as an individual artist. His self-titled album featured songs like Jealous and Chains, which both were radio hits. He has also toured with his friend and former co-star Demi Lovato. Nick Jonas just proves that no matter what happens in your career, you can always make a big comeback if you work hard. Hailee Steinfeld. Not many people get Oscar nominations for their first big role. Hailee Steinfeld is not most people. When she was 13, she was cast to play the role of Maddie Ross in True Grit. Once the movie came out, she was nominated for an Oscar for Best Supporting Actress in the film. Unfortunately, she didn't win the award, but that didn't stop her from booking more jobs. She went on to be the face of Italian brand Miu Miu in a campaign. From there, she was cast as Juliet in Romeo and Juliet. If you thought Hailee was already doing well for herself at this point, then you won't believe what happened next. 2015 was a big year for the young actress. She landed a coveted spot in Taylor Swift's Bad Blood video alongside stars like Zendaya and Selena Gomez. She was also in Pitch Perfect 2 that year, which, as you probably know, was a hit with audiences. After singing in the film, Republic Records gave her a contract. From there, she released her debut EP Haze, which featured Love Myself. Later, she released her song Starving, which has gone double platinum in Australia and triple platinum in Canada. She is definitely a star on the rise. That's it for 10 child stars who grew up to be very successful. Were you surprised by anyone on this list? Let us know in the comments.